What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are on our new car series and we are working our way through the interior. I've already done the interior ceramic coating with the Nasiol Trim coat, and here I'm just going to do some simple leather protection. We're not going to go crazy. I'm not going to do an interior ceramic coating. This is the, I don't know, leatherette. It's not the premium $2,000 upgrade for BMW leather, but you know, it's pretty good. So I'm really happy with it. Haven't touched it since I've got it, so we're just going to do a light clean. We're going to go with a pH neutral cleaner, which is Koch Chemie Pol, which you can see is a pH of 7. This is honestly one of my favorites. Depending on what camp you're in, I believe you should use only a pH neutral leather cleaner. It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. If you check, actually there's a lot of other products out there that aren't pH neutral. All you have to do is kind of look in the SDS sheets, right? So really popular ones, P&S Express, that's an 8.5 pH. So not super high, but it's higher than neutral. And then one that shocked me, which I used for a long time, was the Grios interior cleaner. That's a pH of 11, according to their SDS sheets. So you don't have to nerd out like I do, but if you're curious kind of what you're putting in your car and on your materials and on your leathers, it pays to look at that stuff. So this is Koch Chemie Pol. It says you can dilute it 1 to 5 to 1 to 20 textile, leather, and alcantara cleaner. This is one of the best. Do I wish it smelled a little bit better? Yes, I do. If they ever make an amendment, it'd be awesome if they could just either, one, remove the smell completely, or, you know, add some sort of nice, not overpowering scent. Right now, it just smells like just kind of like cleaning products. So it's not a bad smell, but I would just prefer a better smell. So I actually have this diluted 1 to 18. I find it to be, you know, a perfect dilution. We don't need to, it doesn't need to go crazy. The best way to do this, I don't believe in using like a Scrub Ninja or a super aggressive tool. I like this brush. It's nice and soft. This is the Detail Factory Curveball brush. I spray a little in there and get it on the leather. So enough talking. We're going to get into cleaning. These are ventilated seats, so you do want to be mindful of not over applying. We don't need to saturate this to get it clean. So just put a little bit in there. This is honestly probably too much. Okay, and you see how it foams. And that's all I really want. I think that's what most of you want anyways in a leather cleaner. You want it to foam. You want it to give you some feedback that it's working, right? And that's it. And that's really all we need to do. Again, not over apply it. Gonna get it on the surface, make sure everything's clean. And if you want to get really good, lean your seat back. I don't know if you can see it on camera, and then you can kind of get in the cracks of the seat. All right, so as a gentle scrub, this is the this is an auto fiber towel. It's not the Mr. Everything. It's thicker. I can't remember. I think it's like 550 or 600 GSM. It's thick. I don't think they're meant to be interior towels, but I really like them and they're really soft. So I'll link to these in the description. So yeah, all I'm doing here is just wiping it down. It's not oversaturated. And that's it. Kind of, I don't want to say it. Yeah, it flashes a little bit, but like, oh, it's just such a good product, you guys. Yeah, feels totally clean. Doesn't feel like there's anything on there. It just feels clean. That's it. It feels like how the leather should feel. I really, really like that. So let's do the back of the seat. So again, I spray it in the brush, never directly on the leather. Let's bring you in. Okay. So again, guys, this is brand new. We're gonna get some more in the brush. Thumbs up. See that? This is at a 1 to 18 dilution. 1 to 18, we're getting this kind of foam, right? So obviously, if you have more soiled leather or more soiled material, you know, increase your dilution as necessary, but I don't think it needs it. So what I've also found this product to do really, really well is in the A-pillars, right? And most cars where they're kind of that light gray color, they get really dirty because people kind of grab onto them when they get out of the car. That will get Koch Chemie Pol one of the best products, I think. You don't need to go to these crazy aggressive products. Like I said, this is a pH neutral, and it cleans leather material, Alcantara, like you wouldn't believe. I honestly think this is the best interior cleaner on the market. There, I said it. I know we're not doing comparison right now, but I think the engineering behind it is absolutely tremendous. And that's it. Wipe it off. Wipes off super clean. Pop that, and that's it. And our leather is clean. Guys, for our interior protection, we are going to use Geist dye and friction blocker. So this is for leather and vinyl. And it just creates, it says, new technology, hybrid polymers that prevent dye penetration without use of forever chemicals or nanoparticles by repelling loose dye, not allowing adhesion of pigments from other materials. It does not reduce air and water vapor movement through the leather finishes, which means your leather retains its natural touch and feel while getting maximum protection. For best results, reapply every 3 months. So instructions, spray it on a soft cloth, apply evenly, allowed to dry for maximum treatment once every 3 months. And then they do have a leather cleaner. I can pull that out. The leather cleaner is great. I don't love the smell. It just smells like too much like a cleaning product, if that makes any sense. So we're going to spray this. Let me spray it outside here. So I just saturated the pad. I don't know, I might have done too much, but we'll see. So that's it, right? It's nice, you can see where you've been. And I've only sprayed this once. Again, I would not recommend spraying directly on your surfaces. Spray on it says a soft towel, and then you're good to go. So still haven't reapplied it yet. It's still going strong. I can see it kind of where I had it. So I'll go over it one more time here. And it says to let dry, so I'm not going to level it or come back with another towel. So okay. So we'll let it dry. This is the rag company. Puck? No, not a puck. I forget what it's called. I'll put it up on the screen. I'm not great with these names. But these are awesome for interior cleaners and applicators or whatever you need them for. I'm a really big fan. Let me see if I can get you guys some more light. There you go. So I applied it, and some of it might still be drying. Yeah, like right there, it's drying. But overall, it doesn't alter the leather, the look of the leather, I should say. Let me know what you think if you've used these. Thanks for watching. Nasiol Trim Coat, nano ceramic coating. I'll read you the instructions here, or just what it is, but basically it just says it helps with UV it's UV protecting, helping against fading, radiation, strong, permanently restores dull and discolored trim. So now this is a brand new car, so there's nothing that's dull and discolored, but it's always nice to protect the trim once you have it on here. So whether there's water spot resistance, I don't know, but you know, when you're washing your car, you know that some water kind of trickles down onto the plastic part. So I'm going to put this on here just to provide some extra protection. So I'm going to do kind of like, I have the airbox here, I have the engine cover here, some other smaller plastic parts. I'm going to do the cowl up here, and then there's a kind of a part up front on the grill. So once I do that, then I'm going to move to the trunk and then kind of the interior plastic pieces and see how this does. So this is the Nasiol Trim Coat, and it just basically says apply it like a normal coating. However, the only difference is it says, gently wipe over the surface in a crisscross motion with an applicator. And then it says to prep the surface with Nasiol Clean, which is basically their IPA. And then the only difference here is it says, do not, in capital letters, wipe or buff off the product with a microfiber after transferring it to the surface. So it sounds like it just wants it to sit on there and for you not to wipe it off so it soaks in. So I didn't want to bore you with the panel wipe, so I've already done the panel wipe over the surface. Again, brand new car. I didn't really do a deep clean on the engine bay. It didn't need it. There was just some very, very light dust. So wiped it all off, should be good to go. So it says to use their towel, but I mean, most companies include applicators these days. I actually got these really cool auto fiber. I'll put up the name on the screen. I can't remember, but they're like kind of like a finger applicator. They're the no soak too, so there's a plastic layer in between so it doesn't soak through. I feel like it might be a little bit easier to kind of get over everything, right? So we'll give it a shot. So okay, it's definitely got a color to it, so I hope it's not bad. It's got like a brownish color to it. Here we go. All right, hopefully that's coming through on camera. Nice and dark. Trying to get in between the letters here. This is a bit of a rougher trim on the side, but overall it's working okay. So I know it says don't wipe, so I'm trying to do kind of even coats here. Okay. There's the 50-50. Let's see if it shows up on camera. All right, hopefully you can see the line right here. That is what it looks like. Kind of darkens it up. We'll see when it dries, but okay. I think it's probably too much. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it goes on like a coating, right? No issues here. Okay, guys, wanted to bring you back for kind of the final look. Now, some of the areas, if they look splotchy, to be very transparent, the plastic beforehand was like that. Like right here, here's a good example. Here's this cowl or this piece of plastic here. It looks splotchy, but I promise you, I don't know if it showed up before. There was, I don't know how to describe it. The plastic just wasn't totally smooth, right? So really, you can see the protective layer on there, but that is not like a high spot. So I just want to make that very clear. So here's the engine bay, same thing on the plastic. It was a little inconsistent, like the plastic itself, but the trim coat is fully applied there. I have you in the trunk now. This is the bottom tailgate. So, this will probably take a little bit of a beating. You're putting groceries in and out or loading things. So I don't know how well ceramic coating trim is going to do on this, but we'll see. It couldn't hurt. So let's start here. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. Yeah, it is. Cool. So I'll do half and half so you can see. But it's worth it. I think I found a small area on the website that was like just in like the FAQ kind of hidden. It says, possibly scratch resistance, added scratch resistance. So I guess in theory, if you think about it, you are putting a layer on the surface here. Now it's, thinner than human hairs, but all right. So that's your 50-50. Hopefully, yeah, it's looking great on camera. I'm not going to let it dry. I'm just going to finish it, but I just wanted to show you kind of what it looks like. I'm okay with that. It's still like, it might look a little more shiny here. It's just, I have a light coming in from this way, so it could just be like lighting that up more, but I'm okay with that richness. And I don't think it's going to dry shiny because I've already seen what the engine bay looks like. So I'll take you back there to show you. But overall, yeah, I'm really happy with the application, and how this looks on interior and exterior trim. So I might bring you in for the door jambs, or like the plastics around like the kick plates and everything, but we might just stop here. So all right guys, bringing you in real quick. So this is coated. Let me get out of the shadow. This is coated, this is not. Again, it looks a little more rich because it's wet, but just wanted to show you kind of right after application. So that's the Nasiol trim coat. Looking pretty good. All right guys, welcome back. This is the final part of my interior series. We are going to apply our Gtechniq Smart Fabric. This is basically a durable water repellency for like fabrics. Now the claim here is that they're saying this should last, it says 4 times longer than market leaders. It's saying this should last up to 12 months. I've researched some other ones where there's kind of an all-around ceramic interior protection. Some other brands offer 6 months of protection. Just like with ceramic coatings, I think everything just depends on how well you maintain it. You know, I live in Arizona, so I'm not in like Canada or back east where there's a lot of road salt and things and we're getting in and out of the car. That would probably degrade these mats. But to be honest with you, I would probably have rubber mats in that scenario. I like the look of cloth mats, or carpeted mats. I just think they look a little bit nicer. So I want to put in this smart fabric just to protect it against any spills, and maybe some like longer term staining. I'm going to put this in the whole trunk and then on all the carpeted mats, and then do my best to kind of get it around kind of the side areas and the footwells. Gtechniq has a smaller bottle like this, but they also have larger ones. I think I got 2 small ones. And so we'll take you through the prep for this. It's nothing too crazy. These are brand new floor mats. They just need to be quickly vacuumed. And then we're going to apply the smart fabric in a couple different ways. I'll show you how to really get it into the fibers. Now, if these are used mats and they're kind of dirty, obviously you want to clean them to the best of your ability. Do a deep dive on your vacuuming. If you can use any sort of product like Koch Chemie Pol or the P&S like carpet system, I might do that. The idea is you want to get it as clean as possible so this bonds to everything. Now the issue here is that you know, if you don't have an extractor, that might be difficult to do. So I would say do your best at cleaning them. Make sure they're totally dry. Give them a full 24 hours plus before you come back in and apply this once you're ready to go. So we are going to vacuum it. If you have dog hair, this is a really cool tool. It's called the Fur Eel. Let me bring you out here and show you. This is the Fur Eel. I'll link to this. But it's got these really cool teeth here that help pick up hair, which is really nice. So if you've got pets, it's a really cool tool. They have another bigger one too. So I'll lower the sound here so I don't blow out your eardrums, but I will go ahead. All right, guys, we have this mat prepped. It's ready to go. I feel comfortable with this as it stands. So what we're going to do is we're going to spray this in, and then I actually like to open up. Yep, there we go. I like to open up the fabric. So you'll know in one way that you brush it. Obviously, everyone is different. You're going to kind of open that up. And then we're going to spray this in pretty liberally. Okay, I like to take my hand, kind of get it in the fibers. Okay, so I have that in, and then now I'm going to take my brush. This is just, I think, it's the Koch Chemie leather brush, right? So then I'm going to take it, brush my fibers the other way, or you can go kind of the opposite way, sideways. Just trying to open up kind of all the fibers to receive this and make sure it gets kind of as deep as possible into the fibers. And then oversaturate. The instructions do say to you know, apply this pretty liberally and oversaturate. So it also says too, you know, you can't layer it because this will just reject it. It does say it'll reject it if you try and do it again. So, and then just go in, obviously, you know, please wear gloves. Another thing to note here is that the scent is a little strong on this. Again, it doesn't have any PFAs or forever chemicals or anything, but the scent is pretty strong. So make sure you have good ventilation. I have the doors open on either side, so I've got some good cross breeze going on here. And that's it, you guys. So, you know, if you missed anywhere, kind of come back in and hit that, but you're going to let this set up. I would not leave this in the car. I would leave this kind of either in the garage or outside or somewhere where you don't mind a little bit of smell. Give it 24 hours and let it cure and do its thing. I'll come back to you with the water behavior test with the before and after. Thanks, guys. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are on our interior series, and right now we're going to talk about treating any fabric or like carpets in the car. So I have the brand new, the X5, it's actually behind you there. And I have the floor mats in. I've treated the rest of the carpet, like the whole trunk and everything, but there's a few products on the market I've been researching a lot of, and I really landed on the one that sold me was Gtechniq. It's a Smart Fabric. I'll actually come out here and show you guys. It's Gtechniq Smart Fabric. There you go. So this one is really interesting to me. It is forever chemical free, you know, PFAOs and fluorocarbons. It advertises that. This one actually helps with, it says it's antibacterial, fast results, and then maximum repel. The other thing that was interesting to me was that, at least they advertised, this lasts 12 months. A lot of other brands, some of them say 12 months, a lot of them say 6 months. Again, it's all dependent on your conditions, right? Like I'm not in the bitter north in, you know, Canada with crazy salt and things like that. So who knows how long this would last. But to be honest with you, if I was in a climate like that, I'd probably have rubber mats, or at least for the winter time, I would put in rubber mats. I like the look of carpeted mats. I think they just like look nicer. And less like utilitarian. So I prefer carpeted mats. So I found this product to spray on, and hopefully this will help with water repellency. So if you get in and it's raining, or if you spill a drink, it'll hopefully help to, now it's not going to stop full absorption, but it'll just basically give you more time to react. If you're driving and you spill water, obviously you can't sop it up at the moment. So when you find somewhere safe to pull over, you'll have time, and hopefully the water is kind of left on the surface versus having soaked into the mat. Now, on the other side of things, if it's not water you spill, if it's coffee or something really stinky, or like a gnarly drink, for example, then, you know, that's when you would really want this product or some sort of protective product on there. So what I've done is I've gone ahead, I've already actually applied it to this one. So I want to test the water behavior, show you if there's any differences, and then I'll come back and then I'll actually show you the application on this one. So this one is untreated right now. So we'll see if we get any difference here on camera. We'll see if it just pours off. I anticipate it will. Oh no, it's actually pouring right in. Let me zoom you guys in. So we are zoomed in here. I want to show you the water behavior. It's pouring right in, right? So all that water is absorbing into your mat. Nothing's happening. Okay, let's check out the treated one. Look at that. Sheesh. I gotta move this. It's soaking into my other mat. Let's do it on the edge of the table. Look at this. Oh, I hope that's coming on camera. That's so cool. All right, guys. So that's the difference. Quick reminder. Here's what it was without. It's literally soaking into it, not rolling off. So there, all right, guys, that's the results. That's what happens when you coat this with this Gtechniq Smart Fabric. Now, there's some other ones on the market. I don't know if they're quite that hydrophobic. I can try and get you a better close-up shot to show you kind of straight down what it'll look like. Obviously, that's an at an angle. Your carpets aren't going to be at an angle. But you saw on this one, right? It literally just absorbed right in where this went off. So I'll get you a closer shot. But yeah, I definitely recommend this product. I'll link to it below. I think you can find a detailed image, maybe on Amazon. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll link it to you there. Thanks, guys. Okay, what's up, everybody? Coming to you with just some quick final thoughts here. Wanted to take you through the products that we used. So first and foremost is the Koch Chemie Pol Star. One of the best products on the market. It's pH neutral, it's gentle, it's safe. You can dilute it 1 to 5 to 1 to 20. So if you have hardcore gnarly interiors, 1 to 5 got you. If you want to do maintenance, I do mine at 1 to 18 just to have like a little more cleaning power. And it's literally perfect. My only con on this is like it smells like a cleaning product, which is what it is, but there's other ones that are like scented, like P&S Express smells like lemons, and other ones have different scents. So that's my only negative. But at 1 to 18 or 1 to 15, the higher the dilution, you don't really smell it that much, and it's not bad. Again, it just smells like a cleaning product. I wish it was masked with like a leather scent or like a sandalwood, just something that's a little more either fresh or like masculine smelling or something like that versus a cleaning product. But pH7, one of the best products on the market, versatile. It cleans leather, alcantara, fabric. It'll do wonders if you have a dirty headliner, guys. This is the go-to. This works really, really good. So love Koch Chemie Pol. Next up is the Geist dye and friction blocker. Really, really great product. I know I sang its praises in the video as well. We'll see how long it lasts. You can't really tell there's any protection on the seats, which is kind of the point. But again, it's just supposed to help protect or make dye and friction transfer, like removal, just easier. So we'll see how it holds up. But I just like that it's plant-based. There's no PFAs, whatever the forever chemicals are. It's just a safer product and it's plant-derived. I think it's a really cool company, and I would recommend this. Next up is the Nasiol Trim Coat. Nasiol is absolutely unbelievable. Really, really love this brand. All of their products do really well. Application on trim is great. This can actually work on new and old vehicles. I think where this will shine the most for most of you will see the difference is like if you have faded trim, like exterior trim, this will be great. I did apply this to my interior trim and it actually looks really good. I'm satisfied with it. It leaves it with a slight sheen. Online it says satin to semi-gloss. It's not quite semi-gloss. I'd be pretty unhappy if it was semi-gloss, but it has a slightly more like a slight sheen to it, right? Again, don't let that scare you. Try it on an inconspicuous area, but you definitely know it's there, but it's not, again, I don't think it looks like cheesy, like it's like super glossy, like you just put on some Armor All. So I put it on the kick plates, I put it on the rear kick plate and then the engine bay cover. I think the idea of this is just to help with some scratch resistance. So there's a very, very, very thin layer of this protection on there. So maybe if that one time where you kick it or you heel hits it, a lady's heel hits it, right? Maybe it'll protect it. We'll see over time, like if it holds up. But that might be the only thing to consider is it has like a slight sheen. So most other ones advertise that like, you know, it looks totally OEM. So I will tell you this does change the sheen slightly, but you can see it in my video. You can see exactly what it looks like. I'm not opposed to it. Again, I think this will really work well on faded like exterior trim, but it is cool that you can use it on interior and exterior. So that's the Nasiol Trim Coat. You should check it out. This stuff, Gtechniq Smart Fabric, I think this stuff is awesome. I think it's awesome. You saw it in the water repellency test. I think it does a really, really good job. That like, I just appreciate that the work has been done to remove kind of those forever chemicals and those products that we don't really think about that are, you know, probably in our everyday life, like our Teflon pans and things like that. So anyways, not to get on a tangent here, but this stuff is really, really cool. One caveat here, just like if, you know, you've got to take away a negative here, is that it does smell very potent when you're applying it. So I sprayed it in the full trunk, and while it's doing well, you might want to leave all the windows or doors open overnight. It is pretty strong stuff. So I actually wore a mask. You can totally wear a respirator, but again, these are safe, but just the smell is just very strong. So guys, that is the interior series. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love for you to go check out these products. I'm going to link to everything in the description below. They're affiliate links. They help the channel. They really just help me buy more products and do more testing for you guys. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. See ya.